In this video, we're gonna talk about some string methods. So let's create a string. Let's name it str1, and let's give it hello world as a value. And one of the methods that we have is we type the string name first, and then you put the size over here. This is gonna give you the size of the string, and the size of a string is the number of the characters it has, including the white space. So the white space over here is considered also as character. So over here we have the hello, which is 5 character, and the white space is the 6 character, and over here we have also 5 characters. So this is gonna give us 11. So if we print the let's give it to some integer value. Let's give it to integer a. Now if we print the a, we're gonna get 11, which is the size of our string. As you guys see, A11. You could also use the length. They do the same thing. If we run this now, it's also gonna give us 11. So this is the first method. Let's talk about another method, which is add. So let's print that. So if I want to print let's suppose we want to print the character W. So the way to do that, we're gonna need the index of the W. So it's it's the index 6. Remember, we start from the 0. So this is the 6th element, or the index 5, and W is the index 6. So if we print it out, so we could say str1 at, you type in at, and you just put the index, and if we run this now, it's gonna give us W. As you guys see, it just gives you the you could also use for this, as you guys remember, instead of doing this, we could also do the brackets, which is this way. You type in str16. This is also going to give you the W element. So let's run it, as you guys see. But it's better to use the at method, because if we go out of the range regarding the index, then the at method gonna catch that as exception. But the brackets, if we use the brackets, then it's not gonna catch that as exception. What we mean by that? So we said that the size of our string is 11. So this means that we end at the index 10, because remember we start from 0. So usually the index is a length minus 1. So if I type 11, this should be out of the range, which is the D over here is the 10th. It's not the 11th. So if I type 11th or 12th, it's not gonna give me an error regarding using the bracket. So if I run this, it's just gonna give me, as you guys see, some empty space over here, so it's not gonna catch it as exception. But if I use the add and type over here 12, now this is gonna say, okay, the string size is 11, which means we end up at the index 10. You can't get the index 12. So if I run this now, it's gonna say terminated, called after throwing out an instance. So out of the range. As you guys see, this gives you as it says the size is 11, and you went out of the range. We have another method, which is append. So let's create another string str2, and for the str1 we're gonna give some value. Let's name it hello, and for the str2 we're gonna just give for C++ programming. So if I print the str1, of course I'm just gonna get hello. But what if I want to add the str2 to it? So I could do that by using the append method, str1 dot append str2. So if I run the str1 now, it's gonna give me hello for, and let's put a space over here, hello for C++ program. What it did, it added the str2 to our str1, to our first string. So it's kind of like created a new string for us by appending the second one to the first one. So now and assign that new value to the str1 because we put it over here. And now let's talk about another method, and let's do that by deleting everything over here. So let's give it a string and user input, or just name it str input and give it help me or something like that. So what if I want just to see the index of the element p over here? So I want to know what's the index of the p. You could do that by using the find method, which is gonna be like this: str input dot find, and you're gonna give it the character that you're looking for. So which is p in this situation. As you guys see, I passed it as a character. That's acceptable. Now if I this is gonna return me the index, which means it's gonna return me the integer. So let's assign this to some integer, to integer a equals the str input find the index. And now if I print the a, it's gonna give me the index of the p, which is 3. We start from 0, 1, 2, 3. So let's run it. As you guys see, I got 3 over here. You could also do it by passing it as a string. So if I run this now, it's gonna also return me 3. It's saying, so it's gonna look for the index. We also have the insert method. So if I had our str input, which has the help me, if we could insert something to this string literal. So let's do that. And the way to do that is just you type insert and you type in the position that you want to start. So if I put now 2, we're gonna start from the index 2, which is 0, 1, 2. So we're gonna start from the L. So what's gonna happen over here, we're gonna push L, we're gonna shift it to the front, and we're gonna put the thing that we want to put. So let's suppose we want to put over here some underscores. So if I run this now, what I'm gonna get is, we will get something like this. So since we started so H is the element 0, E is the 1, and L is the 2. So we, instead of typing the L, we're gonna type 2 underscores, and then we're gonna type complete our string literal. So and yeah, let's remove the a str input and just output the str input. So as you guys see, we put 2 underscores in the place of L, and we shifted the L over there.